My friends, if you are a crypto owner and you're going into the bull run of 2025, you want to make sure that you do not miss this video. Yes, it probably may not be the most fun, my friends, but I could not care less. This is not about being fun. This is about you leaving the crypto bull market, my friend, with profit. Because the reality is, my friends, that 90+% of you guys will exit this market without profit. Because, my friends, if you even manage to get out of this bull run alive with profit, you're already doing better than 90% of people, my friends. So you do not want to miss this video. Hopefully that got your attention, my friends, because it really needs to, and you need to listen up. So, hello, my friends, my name is Vic. I'm a registered nurse and certified life coach turned personal finance strategist. On this channel, I react to financial tips, including cryptocurrency, from all over the internet, so you don't have to, saving you time, frustration, and hopefully helping you learn something along the way as well, my friends, and helping you guys get smarter with your money. If you're wondering, why should I listen to this guy? My friend, you're completely right. You don't need to, it's up to you, my friends, but this is personally my own financial journey so far. I'm just gonna show a picture up on the screen and you can make the decision for yourself. But I really do hope, my friends, that you do take some time, because I would not ignore any insights or guidance that anyone offers right now, especially into cryptocurrency, because we're going into one of the biggest bull runs in 2025, and you need to make sure, my friend, you know exactly what you're doing, because a lot of you will not know what you're doing, and you'll come out of this bull run without any profits. Am I susceptible to this? No, of course I'm not. No one is. You need to know what indicators to look out for and what to look out for to be able to come out with profit, my friend, because this is probably the most important thing that you can do to stay ahead of the game and ahead of 90% of people that will not do this and become extremely greedy in the next 6 to 12 months and stay into crypto, and 90+% will be used as extra liquidity for the 10% that do come out with profit. So if you want to actually make money in cryptocurrency, my friend, I would listen to this video. Personally, that's what I would do, but it's up to you, my friend. Am I manipulating you right now? Yes. Of course I am, because I want you to be able to do your absolute best to be able to make money, and I don't want to BS you like some of the other people on here are. Now, my friends, please read this video disclaimer down below in the description, because I am not saying 100% anyone will make money. I'm not recommending any coins to you, and I'm not saying that you will 100% make money. I'm trying to optimize your chances, though, to be able to get out of this crypto bull run alive. I'm trying to optimize for you to actually succeed in crypto. Because in my first bull run of crypto, my friends, I literally did exactly these mistakes. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Because even though I was in a lot of profit, I didn't sell. And it's because it's easy and euphoric when you have a lot of money, but when you don't have an exit strategy, you might as well not be even into crypto. I would personally go as far as saying that if you don't have an exit strategy, it's worse than having the best buying strategy and everything, because you make profit when you sell, not when you buy. Let's just get started. Please subscribe and share.
If the three conditions are met, make a full exit and never look back. Number one is that if Bitcoin hits 200K and if Ethereum hits 15K. Number two is that by the end of 2025, I will exit no matter what. And number three is that if Bitcoin makes a long-term lower high and breaks the long-term support, aka the 200 daily EMA or the 21 weekly EMA, that's also another exit trigger for me. So I don't need all three to trigger. If any of the three triggers, I will exit. This way, you are protected no matter what.
This is probably one of the most important points, my friend, that I can explain in this video. Please make sure that you listen, because I can literally prove when the top of Bitcoin is. With this chart, my friend, it grants you a superpower to be able to guess when the top of Bitcoin is. Literally prove it with this information here that I have in front of me. So make sure you listen. So every single time when Bitcoin halves, every single time, every one of these halvings, 12 to 18 months later on, Bitcoin tends to halve and then it goes crashing back down, like the whole of the crypto market in general, right? Let me show you, my friend, literally for proof. The top of the bull run in 2013, so this one Bitcoin halved in 2013, right, as you can see over here. So the halving was around about November, December in 2012. If we go to December, November of the following year, as you can see, literally, that is almost the top of the bull run. Right here, right? That's a year after that's actually, yeah, exactly a year after the halving. And obviously after that, it's sort of faded back down. This is why I say between 12 to 18 months. You won't be able to say exactly when, but it gives a pretty good damn estimate. Let's look at another one, my friends, 2016. Bitcoin halved approximately in July of 2016, right? Again, let's go now to July of 2017 and let me show you. So July of 2017, as you can see, it's right here. It's starting to creep up and then Bitcoin actually peaks. Now it's topped out approximately around 17 months after the halving, right? Again, between that range of 12 to 18 months. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention. Again, my friend, here in May 2020, the third cycle. If we look a year after, in May 2021, you'll be able to see that again, Bitcoin's starting to go up, and then between the range of May up till round about the 10th of November, again, 17-ish months approximately, Bitcoin has topped off. Again, in between that range. It's always in between that range. This is obviously the final one currently right now, we're about to be doing, which means that we would approximately be waiting, and in my personal opinion, what I'm personally doing myself, my friends, and what I think you should be too, to be able to exit the best way you possibly can, I think that you should be looking at exiting around about April 2025, between April 2025 and November 2025. This does not mean you can't exit before this. There's other targets as well that we're going to talk about very soon, my friends, but please understand that this is very important that you sell within this range, as every single bull cycle, as you can see, it has happened. And if anything, once the 12-month mark hits, you never know, it may not come back, as we've seen here in in the bull run of 2017 and 2018 and the bull run of 2013, 2014. So it may not even come back. So this is why it's important that around 12 to 18 months you understand the risk, and you either fully X out your position or you hold on a bit longer. Altcoins do tend to play a bit of a different role compared to Bitcoin, and remember, this chart is specifically for Bitcoin. But my friends, be aware that Bitcoin is the indicator for all of cryptocurrency, so it's very important to know exactly what it's doing. At that point, my friend, I'm going to be thinking about taking the money out between 12 to 18. Talk about later on in terms of how we're going to be taking the money out, because I do think it should be done incrementally, but we'll talk about that very soon, my friends. Just before we go into that, I wanted to talk to you about this guy's price point as well, because he's saying when Bitcoin hits 200,000, that's when he's going to be selling. And this is obviously just my own opinion, but I do think all of you guys should have a hypothesis in terms of where you think Bitcoin could go to. I personally want to be playing a bit more conservative this run. So for me personally, I'm going to slowly start coming out of some of my cryptocurrencies when Bitcoin hits $120,000 and also Ethereum reaches past its new all-time high by at least $1,000. So I'll be round about, my friends, a 4,000 to 5,000 Ethereum, because most of the coins that I'm invested in are mid and micro caps that are under the Ethereum ecosystem. So just bear that in mind, my friends, and make your own hypothesis in terms of how much risk you can take, because if you feel that Bitcoin's going to go past $200,000, which I think, by the way, it could, but I just want to make sure that I come out with decent profit. So that's why I'm playing a bit more conservative at $120,000 Bitcoin and $5,000 Ethereum. Let's see what the next video has in store for us to exit out with profit.
What is my exit strategy for cryptocurrency? If one of these two conditions are met, I'm selling all of my crypto. Number one, if the Federal Reserve prints money, I am selling all of my cryptocurrency, and then I'm buying back roughly 15 to 30 days after that happens. This is a chart of Bitcoin's price, and this red right there is when the Federal Reserve printed money. Soon after, the price of Bitcoin dropped roughly 70%. And then right after that big major sell-off, we went into a full-on bull run. So yes, I'm gonna sell high and buy low and wait for the bull run. Condition number two, roughly 500 to 600 days after the Bitcoin halving is when I'll probably start looking to get out of the market. If we look at the Bitcoin halving, you can see the first cycle after the Bitcoin halving date, it took about 378 days to reach the top, and then the market fell. Here we have 532 days, and here we have 553 days. In cryptocurrency, the game is not if you're gonna make money. All of you will probably make money off of crypto. It's if you're gonna actually keep it. Last cycle, people held their crypto and did not sell anything. I sold my cryptocurrency and actually made a profit. This time, I wanna get closer to the top. So that's why I have this strategy in place.
Now, this is actually a good point in terms of quantitative easing from the governments, because actually I didn't even realize this until now. So it's actually quite a good point to take on board. I would assume the reason that this happens and then it recovers back so quickly is because of the liquidity crisis and fear. Because when central banks announce that they're printing money, initially that normally means that there's a problem in the economy or something like that. So the investing sentiment is significantly lower, and investors want to sell off, reduce their risk, and sell off any assets that they own or a big portion of them. This includes Bitcoin, but who knows what the main reason is. Personally, for me, I would not do it, because I think if you're going to be in it for the long term, I think you should just hold. I don't think it's good to time the market, because no one can really time the market. And even if this is because of liquidity crisis, which it probably is, it doesn't really matter, because I think, like I say, if you're going to be in it for the long run, just stay in it for the long run. If you're a day trader or want to do a swing trade with this, fair enough. I suppose obviously it makes sense, but then equally, my friends, it depends on how you personally feel. I personally will not be exiting and then coming back in 30 days later, because it may not happen. You don't know. I already feel I'm in pretty decent positions anyway, so I'm just gonna stay in. Although altcoins are influenced definitely by Bitcoin and Ethereum's movements, who knows how they actually will perform, because normally altcoins sometimes actually do extremely well when Bitcoin crashes or does not do so well. So it all depends on a lot of different factors. It's not just one specific thing, my friends. I think the most important thing from this video though is, again, this 12 to 18 month window. Very, very important window. I call it the golden window because it is literally one of the most reliable metrics and indicators that you can use, because it's happened ever since the first cycle of Bitcoin. And of course you can't predict when it's going to happen, but you know it will be within this range. For example, this year it should be, and almost 100% will be, between around April 2025 to November 2025, around that time. And it depends on your risk tolerance as well, my friend. Now, when I found this next video, I actually thought it was really interesting, so let's have a look.
Crypto profit taking made simple. Scenario 1. Let's say you're invested in a blue chip project, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, etc. What you need to do is, as always, have a trading or investing journal. Write the areas that you anticipate price to go to. And I like to take 10% increment profits on the way up to that target. However, with this scenario, you also need to have a bearish scenario just in case your profit-taking targets do not get hit, and understand when to cut the position. Now for a risky degen moon bag strategy. Let's say you invest in a very illiquid altcoin and this thing goes parabolic. It starts pumping 2 times, 3 times, etc. Well, what I would do is I like to sell half on a double or half on a triple and continue to take profit on the way up. That's removing initial investment and some profit. I let the rest ride and take profit on the way up.
Yeah, my friend. So, I mean, with this strategy, it's exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys about. That's why I found it so interesting. So I think the same way the same way you'd have your own hypothesis with Bitcoin or Ethereum or any macro cap coins or blue chips, you would want to do the same exact thing with your mid cap coins and your low cap coins. No one can predict the price. Let me show you exactly what I mean so you can visualize exactly what I'm trying to say and how you can replicate this so it works for you and you to make profits in crypto as well. So my friends, let me just show you. This is Gala, one of my favorite gaming tokens. Just get to the point. So with this one, my friend, first thing you need to know that I think is most important, don't look at the price. I think the price is not as realistic as the market cap, because the market cap is comprised of your price times the circulating supply of the token. So therefore, my friend, the price can easily be influenced when there is higher demand. So I personally would not follow the price, because if I click on the market cap, as you can see, we're literally, the market cap at the moment is 1.28 billion, but then the last market cap here, the biggest market cap from before was actually 5 billion. And you can see that's just under a 5x difference. Whereas here, the price point is 0.74, and here the price is currently 0.35. And obviously you could tell that that is not a 5x difference, that's significantly higher. So that doesn't mean now you're going to get like a 20x easily if it hits its all-time high. Not the case, my friend, because the market cap is different. I do think you should still make targets of it, just not price targets. I think you should make market cap targets because it's more reliable. If that annoys you if I keep saying it, good, because you need to know it. So the market cap targets, my friend, for example, for me, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying personally what I would do if I was still in Gala. I would set and I've done this, by the way, for all of my AI positions currently in crypto, plus the other gaming coins and memes that I have. There are targets that I've set. Understand that setting a market cap, my friend, is literally a guess. You can't get it right. It's just a hypothesis and a guess, like me predicting that Bitcoin will hit at least 120K, right? It's just a hypothesis. If it happens, great, we're in the money. If it doesn't happen, well, we're sort of fucked. Make sure, my friend, that you set market cap targets. So in this case, if I was in Gala, I would do 2.7-ish billion. That's the halfway that it was last run in the 2021. I would sell probably 10 to 20%, probably 20% of my tokens when it hits 2.4 billion. Obviously, you have to understand, my friend, it depends where you bought in, because I actually bought, it was around here, 370 million before, and I sold, it was roundabout, and I sold roundabout March time. So where's March? It was like roundabout, yeah, like here. It was roundabout that, yeah. So it was made a decent profit on it. But this is the whole point, my friend. It just depends on where you have bought in, because if you've bought in here, right? Or if you go in here, obviously that's 1 billion, you haven't made that much money. So it depends what you want to do. It depends on what your goals are. So that's why, for example, if you went in here, right, which I think most of the people watching this video very soon in the next 6 months, which probably will be you, right? If you do buy in these big positions, you want to make sure that you set yourself realistic price targets by looking at the previous occurrence of what the coin did and its history. So the 2.5 billion, I would say, is a good price target to take 10 to 20% out, then take another 10 to 20% out when it hits the 5 billion market cap again, though I think it could go significantly higher. If you do want more help with this and like one-to-one or like help in a community, I do have a premium community. It is quite expensive, but I do think it is worth it to help you guys out with this. So if you did want any advice or anything like this, my friend, just have a look at the link below. There's a 7-day free trial and there's a lot of other free stuff that I've thrown in there as well. Two things changed since the last clip that I just showed you, my friend. So let me know down in the comments below what those two things are. But now, without further ado, let's just continue on the next exit strategy, my friends.
How do you invest in crypto? I know a lot of you guys lost a lot of money. You thought you're going to become crypto millionaires. It's still possible, but the problem that many of the young guys that I talked to did, they put all their money in crypto, expecting it to go up a ridiculous amount. The correct thing to do is to put about 10% of everything that you're making into crypto. Here's why. Because if it goes down to zero, you only lost 10%, you're still keeping 90% of the money that you made. Not a big deal. But if it goes up, it's probably going to 100x. If you put 10% into 100x's, you're going to get a huge return. Reason behind this is because you're taking the least amount of risk, okay, but you're still giving yourself an unbounded upside. Anytime you invest, if you want to become a good investor, you have to think about reducing your downside, but making it so that your upside is extremely high.
My friends, if I look lost to you, it's probably because I am, because I think everything was going so well until we said the absurd amount of gains that you would be making. So, but I think this is a good topic to discuss, my friend. Actually, a lot of people, I know especially me being delusional in my first ever cycle, people may be thinking that they may be getting this, and then they may be boasting to their friends and making fun of all the other kids for being idiots and delusional, and then ironically the only delusional person actually is them losing all of their life savings. But the whole point is, my friend, is we don't want that to happen to us. I do personally agree with, I'd say 10% is a bit much. But equally at the same time, I'm going to be fully transparent. I am a bit of a hypocrite because I have personally put in around 20 to 30% for myself, only because of the fact that I believe in the projects that I've invested in, and I feel it's actually a very, very good time to do that. Yes, of course, I'm aware it's a very high risk play. Of course, I'm aware of the downside, but I feel it's more than worthy the investment that I've taken in the coins that I have invested in. Through lots and lots of hours of research, my friend, this is the thing. As long as you've done the hours of research and you understand what you've invested in, then it's okay. I don't think you personally should be investing any more than 40% of your net worth, because I think that's absurd. I think that's ridiculous. But there are some people that do that, my friend. It just depends on what your play is. But I do think if it's definitely a play of going into the mid cap and micro cap coins that are not proven to work yet, definitely it's a very high risk play. In terms of this 100x play, my friend, please do not expect to be getting 100x. You'd be so lucky. You'd be as lucky as winning £10,000 on a £1 scratch card, my friend. Honestly, it's very, very rare. My friends, 100x's don't come by every single day. Realistically, you should be looking at a 5 to 10x gain, and genuinely, my friend, 5 to 10x is insane. It's very, very good. You should not be aiming for 100x. You shouldn't be even aiming for 50x. You should just be aiming for a decent 10x, my friend. And that is insane, by the way, if you can do that. Let me make that super, super clear, because the S&P normally goes on average around about 10%. My friend, a 10x is 1,000%. Let me just put that, 1,000%. That is 100 times more than the average S&P annual return rate that it will give you in a year. That's 100 times that. So for the fact that some people are saying 10x is not enough, my friend, are you serious right now? You are literally you should be ashamed of yourself, because that is absurd. 10x, if you'd be super lucky to get a 10x on your crypto portfolio, it's incredible. It's insane, and that happens a lot more regularly. Don't be aiming for those ridiculous 100x plays, risking your money, risking all of your money for that absurd play that probably won't happen. You don't need to put that much money into crypto to get a decent return, my friend. As I just aforementioned just now, with the S&P returns being 10% on average a year. Think about that, my friends, because that is exactly how it is. I don't feel I need to add too much more to these points, my friends. I think I've summarized them well enough for you guys to understand them. And I'm not going to increase the watch time even more, my friends, to summarize everything, because I think if you literally just go back to the points, my friends, it would just be easier to understand the concept if you just go back and understand the points, because I think I've explained them very well for you guys to understand what to do. And I think those, in my opinion, those are probably some of the most important points, and some that I will definitely be following for an efficient exit strategy to be able to exit crypto with as much profit as I possibly can, my friends. There's not much else to say. If you're interested in joining an online community with like-minded men to want to build their wealth, and if that's something you're not against, and if that is something that interests you, then just click the link down below, my friends, to learn more. Other than that, I think this is a great video, and I think it'll really help you going into 2025, my friend, to be able to exit with some very good profit. There's going to be 2 videos right here that you can see right now which YouTube recommends that you watch next. And without further ado, my friends, I'll see you in one of these next 2 videos.